For them all.
Okay. On the new trumpet, you already have two. One phone, which is it. Then get rid of those cars. People you think.
Okay, so now what do we need to do here? Then the algo. Then need the speaker. That's what you need to hook up with them.
Yeah. That guy, and then we'll need the. Excuse me. Splitter. This.
We have a new member coming in.
So we shouldn't need them.
So.
Shouldn't need this
Oh,
camera.
wait, that's the camera and the speaker.
That's
Oh,
the camera
okay.
and the speaker.
All right. All right, then we don't necessarily need it. I forgot that that's the camera and the speaker.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay.
We'll see if it works. They were about $1,000 when I bought that one, but I'll bet that they have come down in price since then.
Is that your thing?
No, that's cool, isn't it?
Oh, this is the owl.
Yeah.
When we.
So,
Sometimes we use in schools. Sound, and Chris would come in as the tech guy, and he'd put a microphone on each table. And didn't have it, everybody could hear us talking.
I mean, this would be much better if there was a little table like right out there that we could set it on, but let's just see if it improves the online experience.
Bigger or
I don't think it fair will work. Let's just try it right there because if the speaker's here, it should,
Hello.
yep, it should recognize when people are speaking and goes automatically to you. And anybody that speaks in the audience, now you speak, Brian.
Here comes the retrobate.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, no.
It's that time of the year.
it doesn't seem to be switching.
It should once we go. I mean, the speakers. Personally, really, and you've experienced really crappy online experiences. So.
What's going on?
Okay, I know you're focused on this.
But, and,
And, yes, and. I need some, okay, will you be my proxy on
yes,
Wednesday?
yeah, sorry, I didn't respond. I had an all day retreat.
Okay, that's fine. I need you down in person.
Yeah.
Any chance that one of you guys could pick up the stuff from the Parks Department on Wednesday? It's just gloves, pickers, garbage bags.
You got it?
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Do we
And
not
then
have pickers in the stores?
we do have pickers, but they're giving us gloves and trash bags too. And I think maybe a road work ahead, so I.
One of the things, of course, to consider, they can do these clear bags. So every time I did, I just bought some bags, the big contractor bags, they just didn't rent on me. I don't know, if you guys use them, you're like, wait, they suck.
I'm gone Monday to Wednesday night, so
Yeah.
and then I have no time for that. Yeah, also, I need this, they want, the updated certificate of liability.
What's funny is, no.
Just on the first ticket or on?
Yeah.
Hey, Chris. You don't have your certificate check.
Oh, you what?
Yeah.
I just need the address where the event's gonna be. or
It's the city, so,
There isn't, what's it for?
it's a street cleanups. I don't know that they need to get this, I don't think, they didn't ask me that. Yeah. They just want want to start.
I can do that, I just need the, like, the address or whatever.
Yeah.
You find that text it or email
Hey, Crystal, why don't I email you the one I just got for the food bank that has his address?
it. Okay, good. You already got, you have an insurance binder for that?
For the festival.
Okay.
Are
you- who did that? Did you do that?
I did that.
Okay.
Well, we're trying something new.
So hopefully it works.
Well, you gotta know. Well, that's one. That's what we're trying to out.
I need to slide my kids.
What's that? Yeah, we've used now.
Especially they're more fun.
We just had a stationery.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. No, I'm just kidding.
Aaron, you want to text?
I mean, I don't think the address is the streets.
Right.
That's perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we look at the homage. Yeah, it does. Yeah, I mean, I have it, you can scan this, and put it in the, we have the color. Or whatever. I know we did, I want to take. It's phenomenal.
Yeah. Job, you know.
Okay, who else needs to buy a ticket?
I need to buy tickets.
Five for 20.
I'll do.
How about you? Do you know what the duck dash is?
It does not.
We raise rubber ducks in Arlington. Fourth of July.
Okay.
Those are fun things.
All the Rotarians get on this big rubber duck.
But it's
And
like,
they
it's
go
a,
down the, it's a
okay,
race.
so.
Wouldn't that be fun though?
No.
You know what I mean? Like we could rafts that have a. You know?
Aaron's already got a plan. There we go.
Brian, what would the liability for that look like? Was a bunch of us in the river.
Depends, is Gary gonna get on that with us or not?
They use it as an excuse for it.
Yeah, well, it's a good cruise.
Is that an age thing?
No, never. No.
Just.
Yeah.
I can take, Venmo.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
That's it. You guys all know about this.
Oh, I don't think you have an mentorship one.
Oh, I have for you.
Yeah, you can hear it.
Okay. I got some, and if, I don't know how sensitive everyone is to smell, I think.
Okay, good.
Phone numbers.
Six thousand?
Yeah, that's the words.
There's a QR code for it.
Oh. Let's see if I'm- Cool. Very cool.
High chocolate.
How much are they?
$20 for 5.
You can back there, what's it ask for? Maybe they wouldn't let you do it. I would just.
Oh.
Miss Anthony, put myself in the corner and not ready for it.
Oh, the door went good because it's.
Low risk users.
And now you're probably gonna come down and need to write it up once, right?
Yeah. Unless you want a different name. Somebody says, okay, I want this kid and this kid and that.
Oh, yeah, I used to buy for all my family when we did it.
Well, they'll say, these folks are lucky and I'm not. Okay. Thank you. Kind of finance or you met?
Well, I'm retired,
Oh,
Yeah.
so I spent 25 years in the banking industry and trust department. Started a couple of trust departments after 25 years, so you can buy American. So I had a partner and we started an investment advisory firm.
Okay,
And
so it's the one that ran
25 years of that.
Goes all the way to seven.
And all the way, kind of almost all the way.
Holy.
Yeah.
When I retired. Right. Where did you didn't have that. We just went all the way down to China.
Yeah.
I dealt with a few trustees. I didn't take that.
Yeah, that one's.
That's just way.
My dad.
Yeah.
You don't play golf, was it? Cause I already have a flag. And if I put this on, the ball comes back to me too. No, we used to do. What are they doing? And then we would do, from Francisco down to the. But there's a, to.
We did a retreat.
Okay.
So.
I'm
talking about what
we There's a huge crowd of equipment.
Yeah, they're also working on the interior.
They come so with the, just kind of from this nice to do, but it's also important to learn just. Yeah, sometimes just.
It was a jet.
Jet ski.
It was a jet.
You guys
Two
keep
different
it?
parts. Rugged up the hill. In the back of the truck and it was up.
No, it was not.
Does anyone have a truck they want to donate to me
Oh, wow, who did you put that up there?
for that event?
Talk to that guy right for us. He does it all. And he does for that kind of stuff. This is our best lady. She come up with a merit. But we. I mean, it's the majority of the work. Chase reproduction by fourth grade lot. No, he's back. Crazy.
Oh, that's cool. That's good.
Catch ducks. Then we shoot. $20
about that.
$5.
What do you think about us doing two different products?
At the same time,
What do I mean?
I mean, great idea. That's the way for us to figure it out.
Tim Daughtry called me the other night and he, said he heard that we might be on the survey showcase, and so his question was, do you still need a double boot? And I said, well, we talked at the retreat about having a line going through, like order
Right.
here and pick up as you go out. So he's just looking to try to fit everyone in.
Yeah.
Part of his space is being taken away by construction. But he says, you guys are good. You got your spot. The senior center, but they're not doing it. So we've already been pre-approved.
Honestly, I mean, meaning that they've,
It does, because they did it from scratch.
yeah, and we're not talking about that at all. So,
We're gonna buy strawberries ready to put on
yeah.
cake.
You know, a big money maker that I read about for years. And some people do, and they go from fair to fair and they get a niche. And there's those strawberry scones.
Yep.
Raspberry scones. And some, like the
Big
Puyallup
lot.
Fair, those people
Yeah.
that go there, they make 300 grand in 3 weeks.
Yeah. So
Just doing that.
on Whidbey Island, a friend of ours does that. She does scones,
Yeah,
and it's not that much work really.
yeah.
I mean, they do make the scones, but they do it at home.
Yeah,
whatever.
bring the stuff in.
And then they bring them in, they're pre-made.
Lather them up.
So yeah, I mean, it's not.
It's like a,
Uh,
how you doing, man? See you, Jordan.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Jordan.
Can't believe you said.
Yeah, it's working.
What's up, Bear? You gotta call him by his first name. He's a friend.
I know.
Yeah.
Not Jack.
Damn.
Where did that even come?
Yeah, okay, Jack.
Does he got
You
views like
Jack
that?
Wagon. Jack
Or
Wagon.
Jack Knocker. Those are, those are.
Jack Wagon.
You know.
I'll take that. Jesus. Good Lord, what a way to start a day.
So
you're gonna come up and show us something, so how about, birthday, Rotary birthday anniversary or whatever.
Oh, thank you.
Talk about it later.
Yeah.
I'll have to come up after like all the birthdays and that. That's
Okay.
all right, that we-
That sounds great. Let
And
me
I
see.
brought retreat stuff to refer.
This is the downward spot, right? This is where they start to go smoothly. People start to like you. You're leaving. Everybody's super friendly with you. You're wondering why.
Yeah.
So you're on your way out.
What's happening?
Is that what it is? Well, I'm Mike now. It only took 50 weeks or what, 40 weeks.
Oh, okay.
Wow. I know all about that.
See how bad I can mess you up here?
I want to hear all about it. Oh. All right.
Yeah.
We were on that boat. Water. It's not even you were
What did you have it on there, buddy?
I'm trying not to set anything up that I'm not sure on how to set up. That way I don't mess
No.
things up. Makes it easy. I'm gonna log in the carrier website. So I haven't had to.
Yeah. No. So excited.
So you didn't have anything going. You just had Zoom going, right? All right. All yours, buddy. Good luck. Only got a couple left. Those are mine? Let's see. Oh, I can see. Hey.
There you're.
Hey, Ram. So that's that.
Okay.
Well, right now, I got to the $5. I've been off right now. Same deal.
Do you wanna go step on? You can't.
I'll take that in, Dave. Hi, you should have brought more, Dave.
Hey, you bring it back. How you doing?
I'm cleaning up here. I've almost thought it's about tickets.
Apparently so. Sorry, I missed the speaker.
I knew your conflict. Just fill out one.
I feel the pain. I would have been so much trouble. Yeah.
I don't.
Go ahead.
I forget how much that cost you. About $20, wasn't it? I don't know what you did.
Something like that, 25.
I think he
Oh, that's where he came in and he laid $2 down on the table.
I was.
And I sat down on here. I don't know who that was. Yeah. So the duck came around, I was getting, I was like, $20.
I have two.
Awesome. And the total replacement, they don't put the whole mechanical shoulder. Metal ball. In a piece of metal. On the side. And that will be. You need reconstruction. Might be more. But they call it. It's called. Good. Yeah, and I think the guy, the first company I was on, and just, you know, patient. Perfect, you know, and, but I know that. All right, I'm just. More motion than I was like years for. Yeah. Cross eye. And I was in. Are we really good? They operate like 20 minutes. I was like, the old guy. You're all back. Down to 83, that's 79 before. Really good 50, 83, right at that lead. Yeah, I was. Well. There you go. Ball. Ball. Okay, you can flex. No, it's over.
And only one person showed up, so.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Jordan, for the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Well, that's
right.
Goes up the next.
All right, and for the four-way second. Say and do first,
That's true.
second.
You have all concern. Will go with the bell and reflection. Would be beneficial to all concerned.
Yeah.
Is it fun?
All right.
Down to the wire.
So the number one song, June 5th, 2015.
Taylor Swift.
You know how you,
11 years ago.
you know how you're like, man, that handwriting looks horrible.
You gotta say Taylor Swift.
No, it wasn't. It was See You. See You Again by Wiz Khalifa. Khalifa? Yeah. Who really knew? Who really cared though? Right? And then the number one movie. Anybody want to guess?
Movie about.
It had a female lead. 2015, May 2015.
The one about football thing.
No, it was Spy with Melissa McCarthy. She's so funny to me. Man, that chick makes me laugh. All right, so our speaker is going to be Jaden Gilmore with Gisa Credit Union. Probably going to tell us how all of our debit cards are probably in danger of being gotten. So no birthdays, no spouses' birthdays, no anniversaries. However, there is a Rotary anniversary, and it's John Spencer. 14 years, right?
Oh,
6/11, on 6/11 anyway. So before our next meeting.
Mr. President.
Mr. President, can we ask our person online if they can hear and everything looks good?
He didn't hear you, so no.
Ron?
Can you hear us? You can't hear. Are you talking? Are you miming? Is that what you're doing? You gotta use your hands. You're not supposed to use your lips if you're gonna mime.
Yes, I can hear you.
And we can hear you. Awesome. Thank you.
All right, Randy, you wanna come up and do your
We're
question?
going
Yeah, I'm not doing it.
Well, first off, Lance, thanks for the owl, man. That's great. That's the best I've ever seen our online meeting look right there.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Love it.
So we'll budget for what? Is that what you're saying?
That's what I would vote for. But that's just me. We had a board retreat over the weekend. How many of you know that? Yeah, because all of you were there. That's how you know it. Guess what topic came up at the board meeting? time for us to have a conversation. So I got elected to stand up here for you this morning and have a conversation. And really, because it got emotional, because when we started talking about corn, Lance got so emotional. The conversation got heated. Erin chipped in with her corn badges.
It was something.
How many of you are excited to work in the corn booth this year? Liars. You just all, come on, guys. Many of you are excited to work in the corn booth this year. Why? 'Cause it's hot, it's messy, doesn't look that great. So we had a conversation about the corn booth. Let's just go through this real quick. I have to take off my glasses so that I can read. Okay, when we do the corn booth, we only make about $3,000. That's our net off the corn booth. That's a lot of work for $3,000. You know, if all of us wrote a $100 check, we would make more money off the corn booth than the corn booth. It takes 45-person shifts to pull off the corn booth. Chris, what does this say? Tracy, what does this say? Okay, Sally selling seashells by the seashore says shucking sucks. Shucking corn sucks. Have you shucked corn? Have you done it by the case? Okay. It's said that we do this. We don't do this for the money. We do this for public image. How many of you that have seen our corn booth are proud of it and say that represents a leadership, cutting edge, forward thinking organization? That's who I want to be. If that's what goes through your head, super duper.
Does anybody else think our corn booth is going down in flames here?
No. Also, I'm trying,
Like setting up a conversation.
Cliff, I am just reflecting the conversation. This was the conversation. It said that we do this because that's what we've always done, right? Kmart, Sears, Pan Am, Spirit Arrow. Okay. It takes propane. We got to get a big propane tank. It takes open flame. We have a fireman on the line who always has comments to say about our open flame and all that. I asked you if you're excited about it because we have a lack of participation in members. Last year, we almost canceled this outright. You know why? Because nobody signed up to do it. You know why? Because nobody wants to do it. So all of you who raise your hand, you're liars. The public facing image of the corn booth, kind of messy. We have a table out there. People get their corn. They take it, it's dripping with butter. Now they grab all these powders that they get to sprinkle all over. What do you think that table looks like? And what kind of a representation is that of our organization? Okay, so that's the conversation we had about the corn booth. It's not the conversation I had about the corn booth. It's the conversation that the board had about the corn booth, and I'm just up here to tell you what was said. Lance?
Can I share a little bit about what we did at the retreat before you go to the?
Please, go ahead.
So we wrote down everything that we felt like we needed to do as a club. And then we all voted and prioritized those items. There's 11 things up here. Scholarships are up there, giving money to the community is up there. And as we went through the conversation and we looked at these priorities, the majority of them cost money. So what I tried to do in the retreat is ask, why do we do the corn booth? Why do we do aqua? And it was kind of split between public image, we're visible, the community knows we're there. And then when it came down to it, we said, we do this as a fundraiser. So when you looked at the $3,000 that we make every year, and Gary shared that it took 300 hours of Rotary volunteer time to pull that off for the weekend. That's $10 an hour that we make for this club. So we put a goal on what we would like to see the corn, whatever we do at Aquafest, what is a goal that we would like to see it raise? And the amount that came out among the board, current board members and next year's board members was about $15,000. I don't think we're ever going to do that. So in corn.
Alan Corn, there you go. Thanks, Lance. Appreciate that backfill there. So now this is a question I don't want anybody who was at the retreat to answer because you know the answer. Somebody got smart and pulled out their little AI device and said, well, what should we do? What's the best way to raise money? Guess what the #1 fundraiser is for us to do at a festival like that if we're serving something? #1.
No.
Huh?
No.
No, serving something.
Okay, we don't have that much time. Lemonade, marijuana gummies, okay. From our Secretary of State, okay. Second thing on the list, strawberry shortcake. And if you've got those two ingredients, why wouldn't you? So then somebody else at the table said, hey, shortcake for scholarships. Well, that kind of had a ring to it. It wasn't bad. So I got voluntold to put together a business plan and look and see if this is feasible. I'm going to take 3 minutes now and share with you what I found this week, and we'll decide whether to do it. Aquafest says they have 30,000 people come. I said 25 because clearly 5,000 of those people don't even know what money is, let alone give any of it to us. Okay. 3 days, our gross margin on our products of those 3 products would be between 70 and 87%. And just to show up and set up our booth, our expenses are looking about $1,850. Okay. The 3 items on our menu would be strawberry shortcake, strawberry lemonade, and regular lemonade. Not small glasses, 24-ounce cups that make everybody, as they walk around the festival, like, wow, that looks good, right? Okay. So that's our price point, and that also shows you our net profit per serving. This is math. I'm just going to let you look at math. Okay, everybody got the math? Great. So it's going to cost us, I'm sorry, it costs us $1,000. How much do we pay for our booth space, Gary?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Our profits just went up 80% right there, right? I thought we paid $1,000 for it. It's going to take some supplies. It's going to take some just stuff. Okay, we got to get a permit, blah, 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 blah. This is what it looks like. If conservative, if only 3 out of 100 people who come to the event stop and buy us product from us, we will make about $1,000 more than we make selling corn. That's on the low end. If we're in the middle and we say base 5 out of 100 people who show up are going to buy something from us, our net profit jumps up to over $7,000. And if we get Amy in a strawberry blow-up costume running around, okay, and we do really well, we're talking about $14,000 in net profit. Huh?
Amy can do it.
Oh, I saw her at Christmas. I saw her at Christmas in the blow-up Santa thing. She had people, yeah. Oh, that's what a business plan looks like if we do it. I have to caveat this. If we decide to change our direction and do this, we're going to need about a $6,000 upfront investment. Why? Because we're going to get a branded tent that we're all proud of. We're going to put together something that represents the leadership organization that we are. And we're not going to cobble something together. Now, shortcake sells itself. I can't emphasize this enough. The thing about shortcake is whipped cream. Okay. You got to pile it on because when they leave your booth and they're out walking around the fair, everybody else is going to want to come and get that pile of whipped cream from you. It's very important. I can't emphasize it enough. I took 3 trips to Costco to price all this out to make sure that our numbers were right. And it's simple to run. There is no heat. There is no open flame. Literally 2 people at a time could run this booth, and I'll tell you how that happens. There are other business opportunities. What if we didn't brand this Lake Stevens Rotary? What if we did this tent and this setup that we can make 15 grand on, and we just brand it Rotary? And now for $1,500, Mill Creek can hire us, and we'll come set it up so they can run it at their festival. And Arlington Rotary can hire us, and we'll pay us $1,500, and we'll come set this whole fundraiser thing up at your festival. What if we did that 4 times a year? That's another $6,000 in fundraising. Why stop at just one event? If we can go down here to Aquafest and make 15 grand, why aren't we out at 4 other festivals and make it 60 grand? Because it's fun. We're not cooking corn. We're not shucking corn. We're not doing all that crap, right? We're having fun. We're shooting whipped cream. We're playing with kids. We're engaging. One more thing I'll show you. Yeah, you got to do all this. I want to talk to you about the tent. So a tent, right now we have a 10 by 20 tent. We'd still have a 10 by 20 tent, but it would be decorated with strawberries and lemons. It would be appetizing and look cool. We'd have strawberry balloons, helium balloons off the corners, okay? People are going to want to come and engage with this. We have our normal food prep area. Kind of thing, but people would actually come into our tent to place their orders. You saw on the math sheet, 4.5% in banking fees. That's not just your 2.9% banking fee, that's also your fee for the people who provide the software to run the kiosk So just like everywhere else that you go to a kiosk and you can order your order. And you say whether or not you want sprinkles on it. You can say whether or not you want a 50-cent cookie inserted as an upsell. You can say, I want to round up, right? How many of us round up when we have the opportunity? So there's another big piece of tech comes in, right? So those are actually iPads that I'll provide that hook up to kiosk software. So your customers come in and now they're looking at banners that tell the Rotary story, right? They're in our world now. They're in our little museum hut there to place their order. This is our chance to talk to them. Remember the fish bowls we did at the farmer's market, how popular those were? I mean, we got hundreds of balls at every event. Why don't we set those fish bowls up in here? And now we have Amy engaging with people and throwing ping pong balls and saying, hey, vote where you think we should invest our money in the community, right? So it's not just selling food and it's not just making money. It's truly public engagement. Okay. I don't know if we can do this year. I checked with my tent manufacturer. They could have a tent here for us in time, but we need a board meeting to approve that many. I don't know if we can do it this year. We're a month out. Okay. If we did do it this year as a proof of concept, what we could do is we could use our existing branded tent that we have. Gary told me last week that we found it. So we could set that up. We could do some banners to strawberry it up a little bit, just 10 by 10 tent. We could go down and do it and see if it works. It'd be easier than corn. And we could, we're not slicing strawberries. We're buying 5-gallon buckets of pre-sliced, pre-prepared, ladle it out, scoop it on. It's just a production line, right? Is this making sense to everybody? Okay, we get some strawberry and lemonade balloons on our current tent this year. We put it up, we float them up, we make it look appetizing. It's not our official strawberry tent, but it's a great step forward and it's a proof concept. How about if we just go down and find out if we can make the same amount of money selling strawberry cake like this instead of corn? We can use the same paste system, maybe not. Maybe we just go ahead and get those kiosks running. It's not hard. We put in our menu, we put in our options, we put in our prices, we light it up. 10 by 10 banner on the back of the booth to make it strawberry themed and that type of thing. We source everything locally and we pile on the whipped cream. Did I emphasize that enough? You gotta pile on the whipped cream. Our cost for a can of whipped cream from Costco is $1.25. We're saying in our business model that that can will only do 5 servings. Why? Because we're going to pile on the whipped cream because that's our selling point. That's going to drive our traffic. Scholarships, shortcake for scholarships. That's the idea. Mr. President, I yield it back to you.
I like the corn idea, sorry. I know.
We need to find out, Aquafest does have rules. I don't. Strawberry. Hold on, guys. Listen, talking. I don't know if we can sell lemonade.
Thought about that.
Yeah, and what if we have to get the permit from the health permit, which if it's already corn, do we have enough time to get it switched?
Yeah, I think we would have enough time. And there's something else for us also to consider is, I don't know if they, IGA has actually ordered corn, because I already talked to Tom. So if he's ordered all the corn, well, we're definitely doing corn, right? Because we're not going to tell him, never mind, bud, we don't need it after this number of years. And in my tiny mind, I'm thinking, if that's the case, then why don't we also do strawberry shortcake and see how the two fare? I mean, it doesn't make sense. If this is an idea that we're thinking, why not go ahead and just do both? It is more work, and yes, we've had, but that's the other thing too, to be honest with you guys. When Rand said we almost shut it down, we did almost shut it down. Literally, one of the shifts had nobody. And I think John was, yeah, you were walking by and got roped in.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Kyle ended up staying literally because nobody else was there to do it. And here comes the broken record with me again. If you guys want us to do stuff, then show up. Honestly, I mean, yeah, I I talked to him and he said, I'll get on it. So I don't know if he's technically ordered it yet, earmarked it or what. So we were waiting to have this conversation before I go down. Last thing I want to do is call him up and say, hey, hold on. And then he holds on and can't get it or something. So, yeah. Raquel.
I can speak to Aquafest, being the vice president of Aquafest, I have that one a little bit. And Tracy is right. There is another lemonade vendor, who's now been in 3 years in the running. So lemonade might be something that could be a conflict, but strawberry shortcake has already been accepted and approved by Aquafest.
Well, as a Rotarian and Aquafest president, you can pick them out. So,
So in the past, senior center did strawberry shortcake. Has anybody checked in with them?
Yeah, but there's no comparison to what the senior center did and what we would do.
I understand that.
Right, it was
Just, it's worth an ask. It's a community club. Second thing is, Rotary really wants to be part of the shortcake platform, because it was.
I'll buy it.
I did talk to my brother-in-law, who happens to be the president of the senior center. It was labor intensive, for them. But what they did, they didn't buy the 5-gallon buckets, they bought fresh strawberries. And Amelia has worked at it in the past, and they did they'd show up at 7 a.m. For a Saturday shift, earlier, not as early on Friday, for Friday shift. Sunday, the same type of thing, and then they had to make the or the whatever they would use for the shortcake. And that's why they got out of it. Now, on the other side of it, they did not have the ability to accept credit cards. So it was a cash only type of situation. And let's face it, they're seniors my age. Most of them were women. Most of them were there because of the senior center, but they had a problem getting people there all the time. You might have had the same problem when you were there. Amelia happened to be president of the senior center at one time and did the strawberry shortcake. So, you know, difference in the fact if you get the 5-gallon buckets, and I think if I'm not mistaken, grocery outlet has what, 5-gallon buckets of strawberries?
Did we talk about there?
yeah,
I contacted Behringer Farms, they didn't have 5-gallon buckets, so I grew up in Richland, and every summer, Behringer Farms would come to Richland and they'd sale. They'd sell 5-gallon buckets of strawberries. Every year we bought, you know, something, or at least I couldn't find them, but I did find other distributors that have 5-gallon buckets for their strawberries, $139 each. So we budgeted, I think, 155 was what we used on those. Yeah.
nice.
Talking about strawberry shortcake for Rotary Club. Just to give you a heads up, it's not easy. And if there's 5 people waiting for strawberry shortcake, you need at least 2 people working the strawberry shortcake. So what we did, we had 2 people working it, we had 1 cashier, and we rotate. And sometimes the cashier is fast, and sometimes the cashier is very slow. So you gotta look at everything all around. But it's not like
Just, if I can just chime in for a second, all of our product for the strawberry shortcake booth would be pre-prepared. We're not cutting, we're not cooking anything. Okay, so that's that. 2, with the kiosk set up, we don't have a cashier. We will have a cashier for any cash sales. But even as we experience with the corn booth, 99% of our people pay with a card. So just send them to a kiosk, let them custom order their thing. So there is no production. There's none of that. Same thing. Actions.
The only thing that I wanted to share from the retreat, we were doing strategic planning for the next year. We weren't even talking about this year. But what happened in that retreat is everybody had urgency to say, why can't we do this year? So that's when Rand offered to at least put together some information for us to consider. So the one thing that I want to say is I, as next year's president, am not trying to push anything on this club. I think it's our decision as a club. But the board members that were at that retreat identified the priorities and said, why can't we this year? So that's why we're here talking to you today.
So I've got a quick question, just on that same thought. How many of you right now would quit your job and go work for $10 an hour? Nobody. So no offense, that's bad.
There's got to be a backstory.
That'd be a race.
No,
I mean, man.
Seriously.
Yeah.
And I'm not knocking because I personally, I love doing corn. I do have fun. I don't mind shucking corn. I haven't done it though. Most of the time I'm cooking the corn, which is my favorite part of it. But the biggest thing that I like about it, and you can interject anything into it. You can do chili dogs and I'd still have a blast. Why? Because it's the interaction with the public that I like, right? And the people that come to the booth, everybody's in a great mood. So, I you know, if we're not married to the corn at this point, right? Even if they've ordered. So I guess the conversation turns to, do we want to try to put it together this year using our 10 by 10, or do try to do both, or just stick with the corn this year?
I like the strawberry thing. I think it would be a lot better the following year with all of that. There's no burning, there's no flames, there's less people working.
From a liability standpoint, when we've got almost 8 gallons of boiling water that is normally about this far from a sidewalk, that stresses me out every time we set that thing up. I mean, we literally have that much hot water that if one of us somehow knocks that thing over and it floods out with some kids walking by, Rotary doesn't look that great. That's something that scares me. And I don't mind getting rid of the 2 scars I have, so I don't get 2 more on my other arm in front of myself. Yeah. Everybody's reached back there, turned the damn gas off, and burned their arm. But honestly, this isn't like a board decision at all, in my opinion. This is a club decision. We all have. That's what I'd like to do. So
Do this as a proof of concept, that we do this as an alternative to the corn circles. And that we do that with the existing equipment that we have. So that's kind of the.
All right.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, so.
Bring on the strawberry.
Oh, yeah.
You're done.
Yeah, is there any opposition? Does anybody want to? Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I should have done discussion, but anybody want to? Chime in? I mean, we don't all have to. Here's the thing too, we don't all have to agree. I mean, I will tell you, this is something that happens sometimes at a board meeting. Somebody will finally speak up and somebody else is thinking the same thing, but nobody will say something until that one person possibly speaks up. So honestly, let's make sure we get everything out. What could be some of the frustrations that would hold you back from saying, yeah.
My sadness is, I can't tell you how many kids came up. Yes, they paid with a credit card, but some paid with cash. And they said, thank you for not raising your prices. I come here for the corn. Many people, I come here for the corn. Okay, I got it. Now I'm gonna go leave. So I'm sad about that. Because we were the cheapest deal, cheapest food.
I don't think you're wrong too. I think a lot of people do look forward to the corn. And so I think the public will miss out on the corn a little bit here, but when you look at the numbers and you break it down to what you've done, it's pretty hard to ignore the fact that that's probably not a very good use of our time, much less the liability and much less the other issues that come up.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest too, I mean, I agree, we are the lowest priced snack there, right? And yeah, people love it, but at the same time, when we're looking at, Lance had a valid point. When we sat at that retreat, we try to come up with what's important. And if honestly, giving away scholarships, for instance, is important, we're not doing it making $3 grand. And as much as I personally love corn, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, keep the strawberry shortcake. I have a blast in there. However, if we're gonna say that we're trying to raise money, then we need to raise money. I mean, and everybody's time being as valuable as it is, we're not getting into the corn booth to do it. So will we have, and heck, we can find out. If nobody steps in that booth to do the shortcake, well, then we've got the same dilemma. But I know setting up all of that, doing it, and then the frustration of us not having enough people kills me.
The strawberry shortcake idea. My issue is, and my deal is I set up, I do one shift on Saturday. But, it's the, right? And Aquafest is July 10th. That's really hard. That's the only concern.
Well,
but I'm not part of that part, but that's such a quick turnaround.
It is.
What you don't want is like, there is like a small window and anything that like doesn't work out or you have to catch up on something, you don't have a lot of maneuver room. And it could like not go well. We'd all be disappointed, but and the corn might not go well either, but you're totally switching to something else, right? In military terminology, you're like, we're going on the offense. Oh, wait. So, they might get a short turnaround time, but I do like the strawberry idea.
Yeah, I mean, I like the idea of the strawberries. I'm still on the same page though with the cost, right? But I think we have to also decide where our efforts are.
We have to decide today.
Yeah, this is our decision today, because like you said, it's already the 5th, so we don't need it to be the 10th before we make this decision, yeah.
So the price point is a real issue. And we're making like $7 per serving. We don't have to make $7 a serving. If we want to bring that price point down to it's right under $10, so we're not a double digit, we're still making money. Like, we might not make 14,000, we might only make 13,000, but our price point would be in the single digits at least.
What if we had a separate price for kids?
For a smaller size.
Well, you're
What about
complicated,
smaller-
you're getting complicated.
Where is it?
How much would we lose in revenue by saying?
No,
I
we're
can't
not.
pocket money if you like cash.
You didn't click, you guys just stop. I like cash. I use cash. Okay, I still write checks. No.
Lori. Hey.
All in on strawberry shortcake, I'm a can do dirt tonight, absolutely think we can pop up at 10, bring in strawberries, which we can with, I don't see this as a time crunch issue. The technical thing I'd like to talk about is not just having kiosks, because I really do think this is a community engagement. And if they just come up, they swipe their card, they get their stuff, they leave, they're not interacting with people. So I want to make sure that we have interaction with people.
That's a really good point.
So,
Cause like when you go into the fast food restaurants nowadays, you can, you do the thing and you just go up and sit there and have five work.
yeah, so.
So in a 10 by 20 booth, we really have that because we've got an engagement area specifically set up for that. And this year, if we do it this year, I'm not sure that's necessarily possible. Because I think you're also gonna have a lot of people and you wanna keep them moving through, right? So, I don't want to see people get irritated because they're waiting on the retro.
But if we can have one person in the staffing, if we have enough staffing, one person who's just our
Greeter.
our greeter, yes.
Greeter.
Speak forward.
All right, so now let's put it to a vote since I did this totally wrong. So, everybody heard John's proposal, right? We're gonna buy new equipment. We're gonna try this proof of concept this year. All in favor? Opposed?
Well, somebody had.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be me.
Should have been you. All right, so
It would be nice though, to get decorations we want to start off, because if we're going to a new concept and if we're really trying to embody the whole idea of a professional style, why not try whatever we can now to get it kicked off, and it's a new launch. Okay,
Well, we would have to spend some money even on. Get it ready, right? So whenever that.
Yeah, we definitely need $6,000.
No.
You know, so that's something for dollars, but.
And so we can go to work on this if that's the decision going forward.
Right.
We just need that decision.
Well, the eyes had it, so.
Okay.
Yes.
Do we have an office committee already established that are under the booth, or do we need to have?
We have
Yeah,
four of us that have raised their hands to help.
Yeah.
So you're gonna fight?
Excellent. Seconded.
Just sign up for your shift. For this.
Yeah. So, Kendra, is our speaker gonna be online by chance, or? Cause.
Yeah, she's on.
She is?
Kendra.
No, Kendra's there, but.
She said she was joining via Zoom, and I also forwarded the Zoom link to her as well. So I just checked my email and I haven't heard from her.
Okay.
I can fill in, Dean at the Federal Credit Union, started in. Is where I had my very first bank account when I was 15 years old. What? No. Visa was supposed to be here, yeah. And they're not here. My first bank account was at Visa, so I'm just kind of filling in. Otherwise, we have to actually talk to each other.
I can actually fill in too.
Okay, good. Gary, what do you have to say about you?
Giza is, our number one sponsor for the farmer's market. They put in $7,500, to kick off, our market with Latitude. We had 61 vendors. 11 of them had 10 by 20s. We had 11 food trucks. It was load in was entirely different than any time before. We had 10 pallets. We used those 10 pallets with a pallet jack. We helped them unload, which they said, all of the vendors said has never been done in any other operation they've ever seen. And we had it well covered. I think we did okay. There was a couple people who thought that there was less people. We have 120 registered vendors, and they're all going throughout. Not all of them are coming every week. Some of the produce are not coming until July. So we have gone beyond what we thought we could get as far as the number of vendors. We've had a few that have had to drop out for either a health reason or something else that has come up, but it went very well. I'm hoping that the income for that one day is going to be somewhere in the realm of between $2,500 and $3,500 for the chamber. That in one day, and that will continue through. We've got 15 sessions as we do 13 farmers markets. We do the old fashioned 4th, which we have 6 to 8 trucks coming for the old fashioned 4th. We have 20 vendors that are coming. We got bounty houses that we finally were able to get approved because the city had the wrong data. And so we're moving forward. It's looking really good. And a lot of that's because of companies like you that have stepped up. And we still have 5 or 6 companies that are thinking about it.
Awesome. Okay, Anthony, you want to do our Happy Bucks and our raffle?
I'll start with the drawing.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said I left Steve my bad.
And you're basically the vendor today.
Oh, we can. It's good.
All right, ready?
Yep.
946. I'm like, actually, it's 512.
If you win, you have to buy $100 worth of duck dash.
Never gets old, Fran.
That's good.
I need to cook off this.
It's what it was getting.
Hey, when is off? Oh.
And then.
Yeah. Sure, I'm here selling duck fish. Okay, okay. I'm happy because I've almost sold out. I've got $5 tickets left. If anybody wants to buy them. Yeah, I don't have much. One of the 20. One of the 20s is mine. Okay. That's how happy I am.
Right?
Bob?
Glad to be here. Be my last one. Oh, that's right, yeah. Yes, sorry, John. Do it.
That's how we lost you.
Hey, thanks for allowing me to speak this morning, and I lost my brother's wife this week, so it's been kind of a sad thing, but circle of life.
I don't have any cash, so I guess I'll have to do the implemented Venmo. I am happy. I had a wonderful day in Moses Lake yesterday. I was working, playing golf with them in the world. But really great new client, and so that's a huge win for us. And so I'm a pretty happy guy. Yeah.
Victor? Yeah, I'm happy it's Friday. That's it. Welcome.
Thank you. Glad to be here. Brian, you're just about done, huh?
Happy to be a part of this group and the meaningful discussions that we have.
Short and sweet.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a little bit longer. Happy Dollar, score sheets for the grant requests that have gone out. Check your junk box. Trace Filler, Hotmail. Yes, I'm old school. If you didn't get the grant applications, everyone filled out a full application. I need as many people to fill out the score sheets as possible so we can get another idea of where do we as the club want to give our money. You know, we've got a fabulous representation of everybody. Fill out your grant score sheets. Secondly and thirdly, looking beyond Ockfest is our big fundraiser. We need auction baskets. Somebody started buying scratch tickets. There was $70 worth of scratch ticket purchase. Somebody bought it for $25. So buy 5 scratch tickets every, until September, until we need baskets by the end of August. So September 12th, 2 scratch tickets. September, I need baskets.
I know, but that's.
Here's the last. So get them to me
For that.
Yes. Okay, perfect, thank you.
How does one do that?
It's also the 19th.
Do you want me to send them all to you?
Yes.
When I get back to the office.
Okay, I had pre-trade mission. We had like 2 of our game designers got contracts even before we hit the convention. And then I know a bunch of business deals going on after that. Japanese government is really excited about having Seahawks. The NFL play in Tokyo. That's pretty awesome. Got to see my first Japanese baseball games.
Oh, that's cool. Is that awesome?
Different. Yes. They have chance for each player that goes up to bat, and they're all different. Whereas here, we're all quiet. They go to bat. No, they're pretty loud. And I wish I would have known that because we got to talk to some of the baseball players, and some of them are Americans. And I was just like, so how was it? Because different.
Yeah.
The bat. So that was really exciting. And possibly a sustainable aviation fuel refinery. I have to do it. See what happens there. And I will not around for probably next, because I'm doing the National Guard stuff. So I need to talk to somebody. If you're putting up the schedule for the strawberry shortcake booth, the one to secure my spot.
So it's on the website. If you go to Aquafest and click on Aquafest on the website, the shifts are there. Shifts may change with this change, but go ahead and sign up. We'll figure that out.
Well, I'm happy this is one of the best.
I'm gonna put my 5 back in. And I'm gonna add 2 more. And a really interesting week. I'm really happy that our community is supporting us with store really well. We did have some bad news. We had thieves come in and coordinate with each other inside the building. And I don't want to say it was comical, but they were here, you go there, and they're at a thrift store that's donating all of our funds to charity. So it's kind of like people think. We caught them all on videos from different angles, so we know now who they are because my husband posted it on Facebook. And,
Love
so
it.
now the people have spoken and we do know who they are. And yeah, so that's the thing, except for Cairo called us and wants to do like a news thing. Oh. And so, yeah, so that's a kind of a thing. But we're still, couldn't be happier with how kind and how wonderful the public is supporting this venture of ours. So there are always going to be bad and good. So we'll spin the bad into good. Yeah. So.
It's Friday, we're one with baby countdown, so, anytime, anytime, could be 2 weeks.
Just so that a couple of you, some of you that don't know, Dave Duskin was our former district governor. And he's been very supportive of this club for a hell of a long time. And so we didn't really properly introduce him when he came in, but a lot of the new members, he was district governor last year. And Brand and I, Chris, worked on that committee for a long time, getting ready for it. So just.
Yeah, if we have time, I have a videotape, I'd be happy to put it up there.
And then we have our assistant district governor that has come in too, so. Tuesday was an interesting day. It started out with a doctor's appointment, and then I get to 9:30, I showed up for work at the farmer's market. I got done about 2:30. And then I drove home, picked up my brother-in-law, and drove down to Linwood, picked up my daughter and my grandson, and we went to Irish Heritage Night at the Mariners game. And this is the first time that my 14-year-old grandson, who's Down syndrome, sat and enjoyed the entire game. Of course, he had a hamburger. He had a parts of a pizza, and he had a lot of roasted peanuts. So, in the game, and we had awesome seats, 22 rows up. Then we were between the third base and the outfield, about the middle of that. And so we had awesome seats. Julia? I'm waiting for this.
And I'm glad that I get to spend some time here. Just put my 2 cents in strawberry shortcake. I think it's a very good idea. It's nothing like trying it out, you know? You never know how it's going to turn out. For me, I think the strawberry shortcake that we put together, every club, I think we're going to be very, very successful.
For a while, regional cards and everything, that was great, went on vacation, and then that was awesome, I'm back. Had a few tips for those big guys over there. And, I'm excited about strawberry shortcake, I think we can do this, it's gonna be great, it's gonna be phenomenal.
You asked the poll for permission.
I did, I started there, and I talked to you about your direction.
We're on the street.
Yeah, yeah. I think it was a great vlog. We had a great meeting today. It was really great.
Awesome. I thought it was strawberry, but I think it's a great idea. I love strawberry shortcake. But we make homemade biscuits stuff, but I think kids love pre-made stuff anyway. Kind of cool. Also, I was a baseball game on Monday.
Good work.
That. We'll do.
So I'm stoked that Zach has bought his house, moved out, took his motorcycles out of my garage. I actually slept in my garage last night just because now I have space. Not because of something else. No, so yeah, no. So Zach closed, we closed on my in-law's house last night. They signed all the paperwork and Cassie and I closed. So a lot of moving going on. And Saturday we have the installation banquet, so Cassie's like, can we have movers? I'm like, no, man, we know enough people, so I'm cheap, I'd rather use friends, right, in their backs. I'll do a lot of pointing and you're telling me what, no, I'm just kidding, so that's my hat.
Oh, can I interrupt for a second? Sorry, I heard from Jaden and she said there was a problem with the link and it said the link was terminated, so she thought the meeting was canceled, but I resent it to her and told her because I personally have to paste, like I have to copy and paste the numbers into the Zoom app, so I told her to do that instead of clicking on it. So she still may be showing up even though there's 10 minutes left, so I don't know how we want to deal with that.
I think at this point, maybe we can reschedule her so she gets if she is okay with that, so she gets all of her time. Oh, it's a him?
I can do the pitch four.
What's that?
I can do the pitch four.
Ron?
Happy, sorry I haven't been there in a while. I've been traveling, so, but should be back in house next week, so look forward to meeting y'all, and I'm gonna enjoy some golf today, so.
Yeah. Kendra, you want to share what you're happy about?
Just generally happy it's Friday and it's supposed to rain today, I guess, but right now the sun's out at my house, so I'm enjoying that for the time being.
I was not here for the bridge. Talk. Anybody, they're trying to install their playground, but on June Saturday, anybody available to help? Then what's that gonna do? June 27th is a Saturday to help install playground equipment.
I have a question on that.
Yeah.
Are we helping install or are we doing install?
That's a great question.
That question I posed because I don't really know how our insurance is gonna respond to the ones putting it together without somebody else's direction.
Okay.
Meaning we become the contractor doing it.
Yeah.
If that thing falls after it's installed.
Good
Now
point.
we are on the hook. Insurance doesn't cover it. We each are on.
Okay.
If we're being directed, somebody else is directing us, I feel like our insurance would be secondary to their insurance. So we probably want to find that out. How does it?
Would anybody be available if somebody else is directing it?
And when was that again?
June 27th.
I would.
You would? Okay, I'll find out the details. Thank you. And I'll send out an email as well.
Okay.
All right, so, dinner next Saturday, $35 per person. We can do credit card, we can do Venmo, even, be willing to take cash.
Sorry, Cliff.
So, for show of hands, been able to take a shower last night. And who's been able to flush their toilet? Oh, watering my garden and now I have no water. So for, 3.5 days, we had no running water. It's an adventure. And we're trying to figure it out. And then when the water, we have an 1,800 gallon storage tank, it's a low flow well. So we store it all up. That's gone. Where did it go? There's no puddles on the ground. We're trying to figure out where it is. Finally, it fills up enough that now I can do the dishes by hand. And I have one of those fancy faucets, you know, you wave your hand and it runs, or you wave your hand over the top and it runs. It wasn't working. The battery's dead. Sometimes a fly or a bug will go over there and turn on the faucet. Unless the fly goes back the other way.
Oh, no.
That would be horrible.
You guys have the funniest story ever.
Sweet, yes, I can. Great.
I wanted to happy to be here.
That's what
Alright. Okay, so, is there, out of everybody's reports, is there anything anybody wants to say? Gary, do you have anything?
No.
No.
Or do you have- I do. So I'm sorry, Lance. Since you all said we're gonna do strawberry, could you meet with me in that corner right up over there? Meeting, and it's time to put it together. Now we actually have to do it. We need to source our products. We need to get balloons. We gotta get it going. We only have a month. I'm gonna stay after the meeting right here. So if you're willing to work with me to put this all together, stay with me, please.
We were notified that we got $3,500 in matching funds from the district grant. We asked for 5,000. So I'm currently working with Bob and Aaron and the committee to figure out what we want to do if we have less money overall. The footprint of the project was shrunk a little bit from the city because they're gonna put a sidewalk in. So the amount of space that we have is not as big, and that was Aaron's first idea, is we may not need as many plants. But the good thing is we got a matching grant from the district.
All right, so Erin left some things for her. June's merit badge is community builder. She wrote host a gathering, like a coffee meetup, a block party, or a neighborhood barbecue. Those are just some suggestions she gave. Also, next week, right after the meeting, is a street cleanup. So Christine already signed up. So if Christine signed up, everybody should sign up, right? There's a sign up sheet in the back. So sign up before you leave for next Friday after the meeting. I don't ever, for whatever reason, I can't remember the name of the road. Yeah.
16th.
16th.
Boys and Girls Club.
Down to Matthias, and then the other way to the sign. So, all right, Gary, do you have Eileen?
I do. Attitude is the difference between an ordeal and an adventure.
There you go.
Does that work for you?
It works.
Okay.
Does anybody have anything again? Nope.
All right. Ron and Kendra, how was the experience this week? So you still couldn't hear people?
Yeah, really broken.
Really broken? Okay.
Little motion sickness from the camera moving so fast.
Okay.
Yeah, I second that.
Okay. Thanks.